I don't want you guys to get confused. And I know that you guys have a lot of questions as to what a builder gel is and if a hard gel or a soft gel are considered builder gels. Yes, they very much are. Essentially, a builder gel is a gel that is made of a thick consistency that is used to build over top of the nails, just as a structured manicure is. The word says it there, structured manicure, because we're building a structure over the nail. And really the difference here is to know is what do you want to use? Do you want to use a hard gel or a soft gel? Are you going to use them on short nails? Then use a soft gel. Don't use the soft gel on longer nails because then they'll bend and, well, the upside to it is you can soak it off. But then if you're going to use a hard gel, you're going to be able to grow your client's nails longer and you will be able to keep filling in, or you can file it off, which doesn't take very long either. But they are both great systems. And if you guys, this one goes out to all of my beginner nail techs that are looking to create really nice and easy designs. This is one of them. And you want to start off with your blooming gel. I like to use my Artis blooming gel from Bio Seaweed Gel. It is really nice, really good. And I do a generous coat, but as long as it's not too thick, because then you're gonna extra bloom and we don't want a hot mess. And right here you can either use a dotting tool or a liner brush and start creating your design. I like to start in the middle, as I always do, just because that's kind of like the order that one should take. And then on the sides I like to do dots more so than the lines, just because it's a small nail and we are trying to kind of like hurry up in time, I guess, to give it that blooming time and then to just fill out the rest of the nail. And again, this is a pretty cute and clean design, and this is something that you can do on everyone and everyone will love it. Here's a step-by-step of what I do with my gel overlays. And no, you do not need a base coat, not for this product. I did prime my nail before, and then I went in with Conciliation from American Creator, and I put on my slip layer. This layer is not going to be cured. This is my guide layer. It's going to help my product guide into position to where I want it to go and not overflow on the skin. Remember that we don't want that hot mess there. And then I put on my bead close to that cuticle area and I start pushing it up, and then I guide it side to side, but at the same time pulling it down. And I noticed at some point that I needed to go back and re-dip to grab some more product, which I probably shouldn't have grabbed so much, but either way, at the end you saw me kind of remove the majority of it. And then I also like to use my liner brush to make sure that my product guides correctly where I want it to. I even flip the nail upside down so that it can get leveled and we can have a really nice apex. And these are the results. Thanks for watching. Here's part 2 to the dual form set that I previously did. I know that it was a very satisfying pop off, but I also know that you guys were able to see that gap between the cuticle area and the gel application. But all I did was go in with my e-file and flushed it. I filed just that cuticle area, nothing else. And then I went in with my regular gel polish. As you can see here, it looks seamless. Okay, but remember to use a base coat before, because that gap has no gel. Okay, and you guys need a base for your gel to adhere to that area. But then I went in with my design, and what I love about dual forms is that all you have to do is file that free edge to give it the shape that you want, and that's it. The surface is already clean and smooth. And this is a cute design that I did. Thanks for watching. Bye. I wanted you guys to see a little bit of the behind the scenes from my dual forms. I am using clear framework gel from American Creator. My application brush is from Soft Gel. My flash cure lamp is from Kiara Sky. And my forms, my tips, they are on my Amazon storefront. And if you notice, she already has a little bit of length to her, but we wanted to add just a tad bit more of length. So when I'm pressing down, you can see how the product just flows down to the free edge, and that's what gives us our length. When I flash cure, I will either turn the finger upside down and remove any excess gel, or leave as is and file underneath afterwards, which is what I did. It seems hard to you to do this kind of system, you guys, but it's not that hard. It's tedious, but it's not that hard. And I really invite for you guys to give it a try and just play around with it. It's honestly very fun and satisfying. And along with what I just said, I want to tell you guys that I actually recorded a clip of me popping off the tips. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know in the comments and I'll post. I wanted to show you guys another real-time application, but with a little bit of a mistake that I did. And I had questions before if I use a base coat. Essentially, this is my base layer, but it's not cured and it is of the same color that I will be using, or the same gel that I will be using to fill in. This color is called Aster from American Creator. And then I go in with my bead, and because this is just a fill, I'm going to be managing the bead just at the top of the nail by the cuticle area. But instead of floating downwards, I'm going to go ahead and brush down. But here's the mistake that I made. I brushed down too hard, and that made my product touch the skin. And right there you see it. So a little bit too much of the product that I used, yes, but I did press down too hard as well. And then I just used my cleanup brush with some acetone to clean it up, but you're gonna have to go multiple times until you finish adjusting your nail better, because it does keep happening just like that. And that's a little behind the scenes.